day everyone, and welcome back to the final part of Laketober. To no shame of my own, I'm jumping out at you with a very naked, very old guy, as is the nature of the Rusty Lake Roots plot. This one is basically just meant to play off of the fact that most of the game is made in order to revive this old guy and transition him into a girl, so I decided to just portray him underneath the Vanderboom house, surrounded by roots, cubes, and the various body parts that each member of his family sacrificed in order for the old guy to be here as Laura Vanderboom. The reason why is really because I couldn't really decide on a particular still or a particular moment that I wanted to recreate from any of the parts of the game, so there you have it. Rusty Lake Hotel. Another sort of very obvious, very sort of on the nose drawing of the hotel in question. I didn't really do any creative liberties or any creative work. I just decided to recreate to the best of my abilities on a short time crunch the Rusty Lake Hotel, which actually has a reference. It has a source material, like it's reference from an actual hotel somewhere in Ireland. It's very premium, definitely too expensive for the likes of me, but it is a real hotel and it is something that you can just visit. Speaking of Ireland and the fact that I haven't done my Irish language lessons in a very long time, here's the owl that plagued my existence for about a year and a half before I realized that I was just going in circles and not learning a whole lot. Mr. L as the Duolingo and Mr. Crow as the... I forget his name, but the Grumpy Bear really was just a match made in heaven, I think. Especially since the entirety of Rusty Lake is kind of just Dutch. I'm pretty sure that it would be... It wouldn't be disingenuous to say that Mr. L could have killed someone for just not learning the language of the Netherlands. Next up, you've got Rusty Lake memes, and for this one, I've elected to recreate one of my favorite videos that portrays how memes are made by Circle Tune HD, I believe. I've repurposed some of the older artworks. Most of them is going to be from Rusty Lake and Laketobers in general. Basically just outlining how Cube Escape is made throughout the various years, because the production quality did jump significantly. But this isn't what this is about. This is about looking for cubes, as is the nature of Rusty Lake. So I'm just here creating some shadow demons and corrupted souls and whatnot. I'll try to make sure that the final Rusty Lake memes video actually makes it in the video, as well as link the original Circle Tune HD source in the description. I think that both are worth the watch, if for no other reason than because they're funny as all heck. So here's just me. Here's just some footage of me puppeteering the cubes and the people and everything that you had to worry about for the purposes of creating this video for my editor to then compile it together in a sort of funny, humorous manner. Second Maze. Now, I don't mind admitting I haven't played a whole lot of Second Maze games, mainly because Second Maze came at a time when I, myself, was working, so I don't have quite as much free time as I used to. But one of the things that definitely retain in my memory are the wacky and chaotic just animations that Mitosa has inside of its game. And I know that Mitosa is a project that existed before Second Maze. It was just published by them, but the absolute masterpiece of a dog hanging itself by the shower train cap is not something that I could have ever passed up when it comes to second May's games, pretty much whatsoever. Finally, you have Halloween, and boy is this a special Halloween. I dislike Albert van der Boom with my very soul. He is a well-written villain, but that's what makes me hate him. He's a memorable villain, but also just such a despicable human being. So drawing him for like the penultimate, for the ultimate, like the final chapter of this year's Laketober, definitely felt right, especially as I've only done it like a couple of times before. Definitely not as much as some of my other favorites, such as Laura or Harvey or anybody else for that matter. This one is just going to be me playing around with some reference photos and basically laying Albert down in the casket for the final time within the Rusty Lake franchise, because I can only presume that Albert dies at some point. He can't live forever, especially when nobody else can. Now, in about 2 seconds, there is going to be a very draw the rest of the Yowl moment, as is the nature of my entire Laketober series. There we go. I think that in terms of the sheer technical quality, this might be the best drawing for this year. It's not my favorite, but it is most technically accomplished. So that's all I gotta say about that. I really feel happy about the fact that I'm finally done with Laketober 2025 for good. I don't know if I'm going to make the same video in 2026, but I guess time will tell. Hey dude, wanna check out my new game? Whoa, you made a game! How'd you make it? Well, first, I took this cool little cube that I've made, then I put a dead woman inside it, and I made it a murder mystery. I call it Cube Escape. Whoa! Oh, you want to know how to make a fresh new Rusty Lake game? Well, first you take a dark, oversaturated cave, then you fill it with shadow demons, and then you put on some text like, "Me and the boys at 3 AM looking for kids!" Oh, I can advance. That's cool. I wonder which minor god I should pick. Osiris or Horus? Oh, hey, that's a new message. Hold on. I'm winning anyway. Give me a second. Oh. The new Laketober. Hey, what do you mean bonus art? Wait. Did I actually win one? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of tough competition this year, isn't there? Blimey. I don't know what crossover that is, but that looks awesome. So is this. Land of Pumpkin. Oh. Well, that's a surprise. Here I was thinking it was just going to be the one. Apparently it just wasn't the one. They've made an entire collage and didn't even need me to say anything about it. Holy... People are not gonna hear the end of it. People are absolutely not hearing the end of this. Far out. I guess I better release the entire Laketober saga now. That's gonna be a fun series. Oh boy.